and I'm going to take you on this journey with me. And in the past, I used to put these chairs in my grandmother's basement, and I was walking back and forth, and I was imagining, ooh, I guess I should imagine cameras. Huh, I guess that would be interesting. Oh, I do have a camera. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So anyway, within 6 months of doing that every day, sometimes for hours, it happened. And what happened was I spent more time in the new vision and getting my body in the future me, that the old self disappeared within 6 months. But it just takes discipline, and it takes me remembering. I have to do my part. So I remember, how many of you guys know who Abraham Hicks is? Right? I haven't listened to Abraham in a while. I probably need to do that again. But I remember Abraham Hicks said this. He said, you need to talk about over there where you're trying to go more than you talk about over here anymore. The more you see yourself over there, the singer, right? The dancer, the baker, the sound engineer, the fashion stylist, the employment specialist, whatever, the director of behavioral services. The more you see yourself over there and talk about over there and get into the body of being over there, the quicker you will be over there. So how do you do it? One of the things you can do is put it in an alarm, put it on your phone, right? Because we're just so busy, okay? So put it in your phone, like maybe from 9 to 9:30, or maybe when you're on lunch, but make time where you purposefully see yourself in the other place, right? So make time to do that. And that is one of the things that I did very strongly for 6 months. And so that's what we're doing again. I am seeing myself in front of an audience. Now, how do you do that? How do you see yourself? What do I mean? I mean that I am using my imagination to feel how I would really feel if there were people in this room, or I was at an organization right now, and that people were looking at me. Because I can feel it, like I feel my heart is palpitating, right? I feel, wait, hold on, let me get back there, hold on. Okay, I feel thrill, I feel a thrill, right? I feel like, oh my God, my stomach, I should have wore a girdle. I feel that. What else do I feel? I feel like I know the more that I stay engaged in this feeling, and because sometimes it's a little nervous going to a new feeling. But I'm very familiar with this process because I've seen it work before. And so I feel that one of the things you should do, like right now I'm in my living room, or I don't know what this is called. I don't know what this is. The sink room, I guess. I'm in the sink room. And so this is better than being in my bedroom. My girlfriend said, well, why don't you go to the bedroom? And I said, because I'm not that familiar with this room, so it feels more challenging. Yeah, that's what it is. I feel more challenged here. Yeah, so how else can you see yourself there? Another tool is to write it out. Write out, I gave my first motivational speech, or, you can write out what your vision is. You can write out what you think you would feel, right? I tell you what, I feel just as thrilled as imagining that I'm speaking to people as I would as if I was really speaking to people, right? It's thrilling. Let's see, what else? What else? The other thing you must do if you want to take this route of visualization to help you create the vocational destiny for yourself, it would really help to listen to speakers that kind of nurture that information, whoever that might be for you. I've been checking out Neville Goddard. He's deep, he's deep. You know, most of these metaphysical teachers say visualize. He said don't visualize it's happening because that means it hasn't happened yet. He said see it already done and a week has passed. Ain't that something? He took it to the next level. So yeah, you know, and you know how you do this? You make time for it. Even if it's just a little bit. You'll be surprised what a little bit will do over a long period of time. Basically, you know, if you want to make the vision happen for yourself, if we want this to happen, we have to start, what is that word called? Time management. And, you know, I love freedom, but I also like the results of time management because the results are just like 15 times over what the inconvenience is. So, yeah, we have to talk about what it's like. Just picture, what would you be doing, okay? You know, what is a typical day like in this new career or in this new business that you want to prosper or in this artistic endeavor? Like, what are you doing? I see myself on the treadmill, right? I see myself I see myself dressing up. I might even get my face professionally done. I definitely see girdles, right? I see girdles. And I see myself like so prepared. You know, I'm really prepared and very knowledgeable with the content that I'm presenting. And I feel thrilled. I feel like this is a dream come true. And I feel thrilled. And I feel so excited.
Are we recording?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I feel so thrilled, right? And yeah. Anyway, I feel so thrilled and I feel so excited. And I'm looking at the faces, but I don't know why I feel like I'm in a conference room. I don't want to be in a conference room. Where do I want to be? Maybe in a hotel? Maybe in a hotel, right? Thrilled. It's so thrilling. So exciting. Right? Right? And it's, I feel elated. And I feel, you know, what else do I feel? Excited, ready for the next one. Then I feel like I want to go to the gym. That's what I feel like. I want to go to the gym. And then I want to, then I go into my hotel room. And I think about what happened. If I have it, I'll look at the video to see how I was positioning my body, what could I have done better, right? And then the morning comes and I have to get ready, maybe sometimes to get on the airplane. So I have my bags over here, and they say not to put your bags on the bed, but I put my bag on the bed. But sometimes I'm just going 2 hours away, so, I don't necessarily have to be at the airport. And then I put the bag in the car, and then I call my girlfriend, and I start talking about, what's up. And then I'm driving home, I have to get some new tires on my car too, right? And I have a coach. I have a coach. I have a coach. I have a therapist and a speaking coach. So, like I have or maybe what? See, because the Bible says that a dream comes to pass with a multitude of counselors. Okay, so people, you got to be willing to pay other people in order to get to where you want to go, right? So it looks like I have a couple of packages ready, like I have some talks ready to go. I need to do some research. I was listening to somebody talk about speaking at colleges and universities. She was saying that there's some type of program where you pay them and then they pay you. I don't know who I'm supposed to be speaking to though. I think that's a really great place to start, like get quiet. And another thing too is I find that there are an incredible level of downloads with getting quiet and just sitting down and thinking, you know. That's a time to let God talk to you. It's so important that that's actually a step in the 12 steps. Can you imagine that? That thing right there has gotten over 120, I don't know what number, million people sober. Take time to just get quiet and just, be quiet in front of God. Or just, be quiet so you can hear yourself tell you what's up. I noticed that when I get quiet, like I just got quiet right there, I felt myself say, all you need to do is research and take one step at a time. And when you start getting scared, talk about it, I'm fortunate enough to have my girlfriend. She's really supportive. I can talk to her about anything, and others of you, you may need to get some support. You may need to talk to your sisters. You need to talk to people about, I'm moving, maybe your wife, I'm moving forward in this direction, and unless you are the kind of person that moves in silence, okay? And if you do move in silence and you need to talk to somebody, just keep the main parts private. You can just say, I'm trying to make this move, and I'm just kind of like feeling XYZ, like you can keep it general. But generally you are going to need some support. You are going to need somebody to talk to. Like I have a sponsor, and I call my sponsor and tell my sponsor what's going on, because I know I'm going to get a lot of spiritual support. So you're going to need somebody to talk to. Another thing that I did, which I told you guys yesterday, was I hired a career coach, and I just had somebody to talk to. I just needed somebody to talk to for about 6 months before I made any moves with my career. So but what we want to do is spend more time thinking about what it would be like to already be in that career. You can write it out, like, now that I am a fashion stylist, I get up and I do this. Today, I just finished doing motivational speaking at the hotel, and oh my God, I feel so thrilled. Today was the first day I started my mobile hairdressing company, and it was so amazing. And my client was so happy. and I feel so great about it, right? You want to do things that make you feel like you're moving in that direction more than any other direction. You want to, so you can like play it out like this, like I'm doing right now. Like I have, tomorrow I'm gonna have, when my girlfriend goes back to work, I can put, I can be down here more and I can kind of put it in my mind the way I need to put it in order to, see it happening more. Because I feel thrilled right now. So you can play act as if it's already there. Another powerful tool is to use AI to generate images of you already doing that thing. You guys know my IG? My IG is AI generated, and it's showing me doing public speaking. Also, I do have a vision board, and in my vision board in my bedroom there is a picture of me speaking to a lot of people, right? And I have that in my car. There is a vision of me in my car speaking to groups of people. In my bathroom, there is a picture of me speaking to a large group of people. So it's in my car, at my desk. It was in the bathroom and on the vision board right next to me. It's like I really want to embody the feeling that this is what's happening already. And as a triple air sign, I do that pretty well. So I'm so excited about the training that I'm getting ready to go through, because it's so exciting to make a dream come true. And it's so exciting to feel like, wow, this shit really happened. Okay? So that's the end of that one. Hey, everybody.